Hello everyone, so today I present you a small tutorial on a Dolce Gusto machine from Crops. So first of all we check that it is on, we have the lights, we remove the small pod holder, we check that there is indeed the pod, yes it is indeed there, we put it back in place and we test by sending click. From there you can see that it is a real shower. If we made it a giant model, it would make a nice shower, but that's not what we want. So we remove the pod holder, we remove the pod which is inside. And then we check all this a little bit on this machine. I was able to see that there was a lot of limestone, but in this case that will not really be the problem. But we'll see that a little bit later in the video. So I still try with a new capsule to check that it is not the capsule that causes this overflow, and then we can see that as much hot water as cold water flows from both sides. A little bit of, to make a big one, it pisses the fleet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the machine and we're going to diagnose everything. We find ourselves with this machine to present you the repair. I'm going to show you what's wrong here. And you have firing pin. Firing pin, you insert something sharp, you press down, it will come out on its own. You show that, you see, I just pressed between the two bars, they're the two bars, I press hop, it comes out on its own, and there you will see the problem. Yeah. And it's all the time by line. And suddenly it no longer joins at all, and suddenly the water passes from everywhere. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean it completely, I'm going to put it back on. We'll see if that solves the problem. And if that doesn't solve the problem, know that the piece. You can find it for $8, it's even less than $8. So I'm going to show you anyway what I usually do for this kind of cleaning. I had done this before for my coffee grinder, but personally I take a sponge and I cut it in two like this. I have a sponge for large surfaces and a very small length like that for small surfaces. So what I had done for my coffee pot, I had put it at the end of a wooden pick. This makes it possible to go to unusual and inaccessible places. And then for the striker part, I actually let it soak after cleaning it a little with a toothbrush soaked in vinegar. And I use toothpaste because the toothpaste weights, rubs, its remover. You have to know that. So once that's the end of the capsule, the firing pin is removed. Don't forget to clean the perimeter of the first part, because the limestone will become embedded there. That's where it will prevent. So the ideal is to use a toothbrush, put a little bit of white vinegar on it, and then rub to remove the limestone, because that's okay. The limestone is dissolved by anything acidic, including vinegar. So if you don't have white vinegar, it also works with red vinegar, but after good wine vinegar. So in terms of white vinegar, I use food white vinegar, the one we used to finally make in the north to see the salads on, which shocked me because in the south, we don't use white vinegar to make salads. It's for us. It's a spider. I don't even know if you can find white vinegar. In the south, they call it wine vinegar. So here's a little bit of rinsing everywhere. I'm going to take a clean cloth, a portfolio, something like that, and then I'm going to finish cleaning it, and then we're going to put it back together and we're going to test it. Come on, see you soon.